Peace, peace. Welcome everybody. This is KY's the Law, aka DJ KY's, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. Welcome you to another good afternoon for the Real 360 show. We have a good show for you this afternoon, and so just sit back, relax, and get ready to open your mind and expand from the thought, from the sound that's about to be entering into your ear. And with that being said, I'm about to bring on my co-host, my brother in God, no one other than my man, Josh Amel Allah, Mr. PhD himself, so he can introduce our guest, host, and speaker for this afternoon. Peace to the God.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace to all our followers, viewers. I know it's been a minute since we've been on the air. There's been a lot of things been transparent, and I want to say thank you for all the condolences, all the well wishes, and all everything else. People reaching out, texting, showing mad love, during my time of grievement. But back to the business at hand, I want to introduce my brother Brownseed, not just Master Brownseed. We go back for a hot minute now, about 10, 12 years, and he's been a builder everywhere he's been. And one thing I will say about Master Brownseed, he's definitely an innovator. He's definitely making clothes, owning property, stepping the game up. And when you talk about builders build, builders actually build because he's out here making things happen. Went to Danville, Virginia, and opened up property, expanding on his clothing line. And it turned that into a family business between him and his earth and babies. So at this moment in time, I want to introduce my brother, Master Brownseed.
Peace, God.
Peace, God. How you, man?
Everything good, man. Everything great, beautiful, man.
Yeah, man, this is great, man. This is great to have an opportunity to have you on the show because you've been one of the main sponsors and supporters of the Real 360. Like every week, I have to definitely shout you out, shout out, I5 Design, and make sure everybody, doing the launch to it. Matter of fact, I got on the clothes right now. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't just say it, I support, I'm my brother's business.
Well, I got the whole outfit on. You can see I5 on the outfit.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I want you to introduce yourself, to our followers and our listeners so they know exactly who Master Brownseed is, when you got the knowledge and everything else. So at this moment in time, the floor is yours, my brother.
Peace. Well, to everybody.
There's an echo. For yourself, guys. There's an echo. I think John might check your area. There's an echo coming back. Just a small.
All right. Go ahead. I got you.
Peace. Before I begin, let everybody understand. Before my name was Master Brownseed, everybody know I came in the name of Lord Tashan. My former name before I came to Master Brownseed. I got the knowledge, like I was built with the gun. I got the knowledge with the Bronx and what mothers might call the P-Lord. But, to me, I don't call it the P-Lord. I call it the land of power. I call it power land because in that degree it talks about the wisdom of God. You know what I'm saying? So I deal with the wisdom of God. I reverse the polarities, God. I keep it all dealing with the power, which is the truth, which is the 5%, which is that testimony that we come with. It's the wisdom being born through God, which is Allah, the supreme being, black man. My teachers was given to me. I was taught this knowledge. It came in a peculiar way to me, God, because the lessons was first given to us by firstborn prince, but we didn't know it was firstborn prince at that time in age because he had all white like a Muslim. So we didn't know at that time that was him. So a brother that grew up with me in the project called Marble Hill, that's in the Bronx, he came with the lessons to us. His name was Tariq. And Tariq came with the lessons. He's the first person who gave me the name Tashan, Lord Tashan. And a lot of brothers and us got different names, and we all came familiar with the lessons at that time. And that was in about 88, 87, 88, going on 89. So that's when we started learning about going to the schools in Mecca, and we started learning things. But at that time, I didn't have an enlightenment. We didn't know nothing about enlighteners. We didn't know about you had to be enlightened with the nation, and people had to teach you this knowledge. So, I was a young kid at that time and age. You know, still in the streets, still living the juggle way of life. So, you know, I went into the belly of the beast. And I got taught by a brother there by the name of Allah Christ. And Allah Christ, you know, he taught me. And for a couple of years in jail, he walked with me and he gave me a lot of jewels. He told me when I go home, you know, to find Father Divine. You know, at that time, he was named Father Divine. They changed it to Fakem. You know, so I went to Father Divine. And, you know, Father Divine gave me the history, a lot of history and things, you know. I had to come home and clean myself up. And through a lot of brothers, God, after Allah Christ, I go to Allah Christ, brought the knowledge to me. He walked with to me. His wisdom came to me through brothers like you. You know, brothers like Fakem, or brothers like, you know, Born Everlasting. You know, brothers like these came and they was in my cipher. They made the understanding born to me, you know, and showed me I had to come and clean myself up for the knowledge that I learned in jail. You know, I had to come home and erase some of that false knowledge of how I was talking and how I was walking. You know, and through that, you know, I'm grateful to the brothers that came into my life because, you know, that's how the understanding was born to me. When the gods come, and so when the gods come, and that's who came, the gods came. And they taught me, and they built me in this nation with open arms when I came home from jail. You know what I'm saying? It was a rough journey. You know, I went through it with a lot of brothers who had love for me, like Josh Mel. You know what I'm saying? Had much love for me. We went through a lot of battles together. You know, it was all through love, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but through that, God, you know, I told the God from there, I moved to North Carolina. Right there, I got with my earth. You know what I'm saying? We got married, we together, babies. You know what I'm saying? And we made this. And she's the one that actually came up with the name I5 Designs. At first, I was like, "What's that? What's that?" And then she started to break it down to me. She tried to take it through the alphabet, start doing things. I was amazed. I said, "Okay, Earth." And the name stuck with us. You know, I5 Designs. You know, everything, you know, I can't say it's just me. You know, it says he or her, you know what I'm saying? And me and her came together, we built a foundation. It is working for us because, you know, we say no big eyes, no little U's. We can't just say that with man and man. You got to also deal that way with your man and your woman. You can't be big-headed over her. You can't think that I'm the ruler all the time of her because she has thoughts. And many people might think a woman don't got no mind, but she does, man. She thinks, she can walk and talk. She can do things like you can do. You are just the sole controller of the universe. If you're the man, then you have to be that intelligence. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you move there, you know, God, and then the God and who I meet there in North Carolina. Now I see my brother Josh Mel. Again, once again, we got together, you know, and it was a beautiful thing out there we built. And I met the guards out there. It was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Uhura, great brother from what y'all call the Bronx. He loved. My man Wise Kinetic, great brother out there. You know what I'm saying? These brothers out there is building out there, divide you. You know, I came up they cipher. That was a great thing. And I learned from the brothers as well. I moved from Divide. I moved from North Carolina. We went to Baltimore, Boy Mecca, who I see there again. My brother Josh Mel. And me and him stayed together. You know, and then even that cipher, you know, I traveled and I met brothers, God. I met them with Divide C. But to meet I add Unique, a very another great brother out there, and me and him built it, and they introduced. I went out there, they family day, and I add on with the brothers, God. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I traveled the universe, I traveled these lands, and I built, and I met my brothers, so they could know that Allah see the herd everywhere. You know, when I was built with the God, I was dealing with I5 Designs. I5 Designs is a clothing business. You know, we deal with men, women, children's clothing. We also do customized wear. We do embroidery on all clothing. If you want a embroidery on a hat, you want it on a hoodie, or your pants, or a leather jacket, we do everything. And if you kind of design, you want your logo, you have something you created, you want to put on some clothing, we can do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody's clothing. You know?
Peace, pardon self. one thing I will say, like everywhere we traveled, we was in the same vicinity. I pull up and now see Tashan Brownseed is in now see. It wasn't planned. It was just something like just mathematics made it that way.
Right.
Coming to Maryland, that wasn't planned. Mathematics end up both in Maryland.
Right.
End up in the same cipher.
Yeah.
But everything is real when it comes down to like the clothing. When I say like actually support the clothing line and establishment that the guard has, I'm actually wearing one of his sweatsuits. You know what I'm saying? My herb, you know what I'm saying? Akila, she has the jacket with in the name of Akila on it. I have the jacket with the name of Josh Mel on it. It's some things like we support. You know what I'm saying? Family businesses, you know what I'm saying? The nation business, we support that. And not only do we support it, they support us. So these are the things that we have to get out and we have to make understanding, make knowledge born. Like we support each other. We recycle our dollars within our own community. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we grow, you know what I'm saying, universally. You know what I'm saying? So everything is real. But what was your initial idea of making clothes? Like why did you want to make clothes, Master Brownseed?
Well, this idea of making clothes came from Father Bashar. Really, Father Bashar used to always go to Father Bashar and be amazed of the things that he was doing with the embroidery. I used to always ask questions and always go to him. And Father Bashar would always drop jewels to me, you know, and teach me things and how the embroidery game went. And he used to always tell me too, also, when I entered the game, that people are going to be angry about the things that you make for other people. Like, you know, if you a business, it's business, never personal. I can't put my personal feelings in my business. So if somebody came to me and said, I want a cross on their shirt, then I can't get personal about it. It's business. I'm going to put the cross on their shirt. If somebody came to me and said that they wanted a masonry on the shirt, I can't get personal about it. As business, I'm gonna do business and put the, you know, the nation might think, oh, God, we don't deal with that. Yeah, I know it all that, but this is business. This is not personal. Now outside, we can build all day about it. But in business time, I have to deal with that on the clock. Like we before, have to be certain things you got to be on the clock with. And when you on the clock, it's certain ways you have to carry yourself. So when I'm on the clock, I have to deal with the people as the people. So, you know, just to get that out the way. But, you know, my thing with to make the clothes was like, it was just me and the Irvis thinking about, you know, doing clothes for just children at first. It was just the children's thing. We had the idea of that and the organization called Child. And we was going to do things that was going to benefit for the babies. And then, you know, after a while, as we went through it, it went through, it became a bigger thing to us. We started getting different machines. We started learning different ideas. So we said, you know what? Let's just make this no longer a hobby. Let's try to make this a business where we can teach our children, and they can learn, and they can learn how to be like I'm built with the God generational wealth. Teach them something they can get potential cash out the business. So that's what it made it was first thought. But then we start saying, you know, let's go into wholesaling. Let's go into you know, we out here now. We say out here in Danville. I'm telling you God, we out here in Danville. We call Danville Dominant Village. Dominant Village was given its name here not through me. It was given through his name here to a brother that's out here named Jashem Allah. Jashem Allah was out here one of the first guards that was out here. Besides him, there's another brother out here that's been here for 20 years. His name is Born Allah. So I came out here. This was the name that was named by Jashem. The name was given here on May 19th. Is when this place was named Dominant Village. It's named Dominant Village that this is where the father came from. So we said, we're going to name this Dominant Village because this is where the man came from. We said to ourselves, if we're going to take it from knowledge to born and born back to knowledge, the knowledge was taking it back to where the father came from, which was Danville, and letting people know about the great man that was here, their hometown, and bring knowledge back to these people. So that's the main fact of Dominant Village right now in Danville. Right now I'm building with a historian out here. I'm building with different people who actually knew him. And, they got some history themselves about him, and they was waiting for brothers like us to come. Like I said, they was waiting for the gods. They was waiting for us to come to add on with them. So it's time I should have some more history things that was where the father was at, because as we don't understand, Valley Street wasn't the only place he was lived at. He lived other places besides Valley Street. So it's a lot more history that could be added on by us adding on with the people in Danville.
Now, since you've been down in Danville, I know you went down there, you bought property, and you and the guard Joshing opened up a store, or was in the process of opening up a store. So how can you add on with that a little bit to show how that store will definitely impact Dominant Village, Danville, Virginia, or the things that you're doing down there is impacting that community?
Well, me and the brother Josh Shep came together. The objective was we put money together in the proceeds of opening up a gas station that was out here. It's a nice prominent area where our people is at. They're about to have a casino coming out here soon in 2023. So there's going to be where a lot of people will be coming to gamble at. So the idea was to take the gas station, make a part of it. But at this time, for this opportunity right now, make part of the food part and the clothing area, where people can come, food like chicken on a stick, empanadas, ham, frankfurters, different type of meals. They come and drive through it and further venture on, try to turn it to a gas station, get the pumps there, get certain things rocking there where it can become a gas station. And this is the problem right there in the hood. Yeah, where we can where the community is at, where people at, so we get to build with the people which is all is about, showing the dominant that we a village and it's just one. So we go out there and we right now try to add on with the people. The guard just did a barbecue, try to get the people out there, let the people out there and add all of them know we here, the 5% nation. So it's a progress, it's a struggle, it's still motivated to build it. Because people go through things, and things just got to come out right. But it's a process. When you come together as brothers, but people don't understand that we come in this nation, man, and you get with your brother, and you're gonna go through trials, tribulations, because everybody. We all different in dialect and stuff like that. So when you get with your brother and you add on to try to make something happen, you're gonna bump heads. So that's like that happen in life. But but it don't stop you as a nation as added on as one. We may go through things in life, what I'm saying? We have differences, the wisdom is a difference, but in that difference is a way. And in that way, you make things happen regardless of who or what, because the law is one. And that was the bond that was broken between you and your brother. So, it's hard when you don't have as business wise, you deal with people in your mindset. You gotta know how to come together and make a structure happen. That takes time with the foundation, with the bolts. So everything is in progress. And then these brothers out here, because I'm telling God, other brothers out here, we try to know each other as one collective, because we all they look at me. I'm from up north. I'm coming down here. I'm aggressive, so they thinking me and the guard is on some other things. But we try to let them understand that it's all one. We ain't trying to change you or who you are out here. It's all about the Father and what we're trying to bring for the people out here. That's all it's about right now in Dominant Village. As with land, God also bought land.
Oh, I said, pardon. So I said one thing I was told. I was told this by a brother named Born Master Supreme. He said from friction comes life. So that means that a lot of times you're going to bump heads. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bump heads. You know what I'm saying? We've bumped heads. You know what I'm saying? We've bumped heads. And even with that, you know what I'm saying, that didn't change you know what I'm saying, that bond. That didn't stop that energy. You understand me?
Right.
At some point in time,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, when you're two black seeds or two brown seeds or two understanding seeds
Right.
are together, you know what I'm saying, they have to separate. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, then they will constantly bump heads. You understand me?
Right.
Individuals have to understand the science when it comes down to black, brown, and yellow, 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody that's a 1 can't stand with another 1. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A 2 can't stand with another 2, and a 3 can't stand
Right.
with another 3. So when you start bumping heads and you start seeing that type of conflict, somebody gonna have to take the back seat and say, well, I don't have to have an issue being the wisdom seat, or I don't have the issue with being the understanding seat, or I'll take the lead on this one, and you take the lead on that one. It's all it's about is the best knower of the situation. This is what you have to evaluate. We all have to evaluate when we're dealing with things. Who is the best knower? Who is the one that's able to guide us through certain trials and tribulation or certain ciphers because they know the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of that cipher. So a lot of times we have to really take that time and do the knowledge to what is actually going on and make things manifest in that direction and take the ego out of the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? When you start taking ego out of knowledge, then you'll be able to humble yourself and move in a direction that is conducive for everyone that's involved. You know what I mean? So when I hear conflict or whatever the case may be, I think a lot of times don't step out of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And really deal with the agenda at hand. When they start dealing with the agenda at hand, then it's able to make itself manifest. That's the reason why, like, I can always say, if I call Tashan, there's a conflict, they be like, yo, Tashan said X, Y, and Z. If I call you, I'll be like, yo, Tashan, what happened? Right. You tell me that's what it is. There's never been a question after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You call me, you like, yo, Joshua, man, what's the science with this, that, and the third? I tell you, it never goes no further. Because that's where the bond and the humility, you know what I'm saying, being humble enough to say, okay, this is my brother, I know for an actual fact, he's going to tell me the truth about whatever. Because there's been many times individuals have tried to come amongst the righteous and cause confusion, cause trouble between me and you. You know what I'm saying? And didn't realize on the back side, me and you were building. Right. You know what I'm saying? Me and you were building, and we were seeing this snake come amongst. So every time this individual would say something, I pick up the phone, I'm like, okay, let me call Tashan. Right. You know what I mean? And we would laugh. But the simple fact is we know and understand our place and our origins when it came down to everything else and when things were going on. See, that's when mathematics is involved. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand the real science of mathematics, how mathematics is applied on your daily. They just feel like if you can say today's mathematics, then that's cool. You know what I mean? But to actually apply it and say, okay, I know for an actual fact this is what it is because this is the way it's adding up. Or I know for an actual fact this ain't what it is because this ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? It's either knowing and understanding that your word is bond, and you don't have to say that your word is bond because your word is automatically bonded to you once things are manifested. Right. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you open your mouth. So whether a person would take time and believe what you're saying, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you know that you stand in the truth, you know what I'm saying, that within itself will bring forth that magnetic and that manifestation within everything that we're dealing with. Right. When it comes down to y'all building down there, of course, everybody have their own determined idea, a preconceived notion of how they want things to go. But once y'all come together and make this plan work, everything will manifest itself. All it is sitting down and building. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do. We sit down and build this build. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Kay, we build. This is how we're gonna do this show. This is what we're gonna do with this. This is how we're gonna deal with it. Now, when we're not on the same page, it might be 2-3 days before we build on how we're gonna move so we can make things happen. Right. You know what I mean? Now, Cypher, that's not on mine. It's being echoed through something else. I don't know if it's somebody's mic or whatever. But Now cipher. The whole science is like hey Brownseed, see if you can mute your mic. You know what I mean? Peace. Now, once you get to building and making things make knowledge born, then it's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
So when you start saying there's never conflict or anything dealing with the science of unrighteousness with two righteous individuals. You know what I mean? Two righteous individuals. There's never conflict or anything unrighteous with two righteous individuals. There's only conflict between God and devil. You understand what I'm saying? So when there's conflict, when there's an issue, at some point in time, the devil has been revealed.
Right.
You know what I mean? The devil himself has been revealed. So when the devil is being revealed, you know there's one or two things that you're going to do. You're going to take him off this planet, and I'm talking about mentally, you know what I'm saying, for some physically, but either that or you're going to exile him from amongst you.
Right.
And, you know, with the devil that tried to cause trouble amongst me and yourself, we exiled him away from amongst us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And justice is what justice is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And things happen in the long run.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas we didn't have to do anything other than be who we are to show and prove the unrighteousness in individuals. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that when it comes down to business, we have to utilize the same game plan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where if I'm doing business with my brother, we're gonna sit down and maybe figure out what idea that he had, or what ideas that he have, and what ideas that I have, so we can coincide them.
Right. Maybe
they might work here, and maybe they might work over here, and then prioritize the way we're going to make these things born. Mm-hmm. So this is my understanding. This is how I was seeing it when you was moving down there to Dominant Village.
Right.
Y'all had that determined idea. Y'all got that determined idea of how y'all want to make things manifest. Not only for yourselves, but for the nation, which is a beautiful situation.
Right.
So being the point where you're bringing a relationship together, you're making a bond between two individuals, because you're dealing with the science of the 99 atoms and bringing them into one, and you know what I'm saying, the big manifest of Allah. See, that's a whole different jewel, but you know what I mean? I'll let them have that a little later on. But just in case they want to test that arm, I'll let them have that a little later on. But when we start dealing with that and start bringing those energies together, sometimes the characteristics of one man, you know what I'm saying, and another man have to bond slowly. You know what I'm saying? Because we know and understand the science of traveling at light speed, and we know to understand the science of traveling at sound. But then when you're talking about traveling at the speed of rayon, individuals have to understand that as well. Radon is the slowest speed in the universe. And the reason why it's the slowest speed is so that it can be made manifest into a cipher and fused in. Because when you rush into anything, you rushing in wrong. The knowledge isn't there, so we putting the two before the one. The radon itself is making things manifest, you know what I'm saying, in a proper perspective, taking it from knowledge to born and born back to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we have to deal with when it comes down to any form of any entity that we enter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be like, yo, I want to build, I want to be off the clock. I'm off the clock. Now all of a sudden everybody's off the clock. Everybody is the 24th man. Everybody is this individual. But the key word to being off the clock is taking everything from knowledge to born. Right. If you're off the clock, then you are above and beyond the universal aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? So to show and prove these things, make these things manifest, you should be able to go into any cipher without any issue and make knowledge born of who and what things are. You know what I'm saying? These is how you become off the clock, as they say. You know what I'm saying? These are the ways that you can say, well, I'm dealing with this, but I can show and prove it through this, that, and the third.
Right.
Me and my brother can come together, you know what I'm saying, and map out a game plan. See, the key to everything, when you're building a nation, when you're building a business, when you're building a relationship, when you're building a cipher, there's different blueprints that has to be made born, that have to be made known. Like, you have to build to make a bond that's between two individuals, right? Or a group of individuals, or social equality. Then you have, you know what I'm saying, a blueprint of how to, a financial or economical blueprint of status that you're going to make born. So how you going to pull your money together, right? And then how you going to make this money grow for you and yours and your partner, right? Then it's your actual business entity, the corporation. You know, how this corporation is going to be, you know what I'm saying, one body, one mind, because you see other corporations doing it. You see T-Mobile and Sprint, they done came together, and different other organizations who come together and become one to become a larger company for the greater good of all the individuals that's a part of it.
All right.
So these are the things that when you came down to it, this is what I saw when I saw y'all building, because I started seeing y'all adding on together, the families were coming together, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was building in the community.
Right.
So that's the reason why I was like, to me, it was beautiful.
Right.
And we, like, when it came down to like your clothing, I've always supported that, because I've always said, you know what I mean, you do great work.
No doubt, I appreciate it.
You do great work. And a lot of times we need the Dapper Dans for the nation. You know what I'm saying? We need those type of individuals who will come, you know what I'm saying, that's coming amongst us to bring our own clothing line. You know what I mean? To make things known for us, because we have to stand out. One thing about this show and any show that's like this, we make it known that we're in every entity or every facets of society.
Right.
Being the fact that we're in every facets of society, we're going to show you how we grow amongst the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like tonight, me and the Earth was at the store, and dude looked at me in the suit. He said, okay, brother, 5%ers, huh? I said, yes, sir. And he said, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So when you have to let people, we're here, we're building.
Right.
We have evolved from the state, and when we first got knowledge, to being parents, to being husband and wives, gods and earth, business owners, property owners. We are in that realm and that school of thought as well.
Right.
When individuals think that we don't have, we actually do, because we're right there amongst you.
Right.
The same individual that's in the hospital, that's working next to you in the hospital, is the same one when they leave the hospital got a head wrap on or a crown on and a universal flag, or teaching you, you know what I'm saying, not to eat swine, not to eat scavenger, and all these different things. You know what I mean? In the police force, it's the same thing. In corrections, it's the same thing. In different entities of government, it's the same thing. You have us amongst the people, and this is what we're supposed to be doing. So to have you come on to the show and showing and proving the entrepreneurial side of the nation of gods and earth for laws, 5% to 5% nation. Matter of fact, it was the 5% nation of Islam when I first got it. 2 gunshots in the air. I don't care how nobody feels. You know what I'm saying? It was the 5% nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? And I dare you to come for me. But that's a whole different ball game, because I'm feeling kind of froggy.
I want to add on too, God, what you were saying too, God, what you know. I was building with the God earlier, you know, it was building upon generational wealth potential and potential cash. I was building with the God, you know, I want to also introduce my people. So I also got another business. It's called Nation Aid Funded. You know, and through Nation Aid Funded, we deal with mortgage notes. And mortgage notes is like, you know, the promissory notes that when people go get a house, you sign a promissory note for that house that you're getting from the bank or wherever you're getting it from. And banks are not real estate. They don't deal in real estate. So banks sell these promissory notes for pennies on the dollar. You know, you can become the bank. When you own the note, then you're the bank. You have control of what happens with that house. So, you know, with that promissory note is, you know, people start to now pay you the mortgage that's now being, if they're paying for that house, that mortgage gets paid to you. And if it has equity in it or whatever it is with that house, if they start paying it, you can either help the people out and say, you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write you another note and, you know, clear your debt, or, you know, sometimes, you know, you take the house from them because you the bank, you control everything with that. You know, that's another business that I deal with, and I teach my kids this because it's about generational wealth, somewhere they can have something. I can leave something for the babies that they don't have to, like you was building with God with the clock science. You know, everybody's not made to not be on the clock.
Right.
Have to work. Some people have to do what they're gonna do because you can't get out of 6. I don't care what nobody say. People keep saying, I'm on a 7th plane. I'm on 7. I'm on 7. But we all are in the world of 6. It says Allah the God in the heavens and in the earth. And in the earth, everything manifests through 6. You work, everything we do. You go to Disneyland, you take your kids somewhere. This is all about what these people want to call the devil. So if this is people you got to go to have your kids funded, you can't keep saying, oh, the devil this, the devil this. You have to go and make your own play, you know, and start to get involved there. So I stay in the realm of God that it has to be balanced. Keep everything in the realm of balance, and I try to teach my kids to keep it in the realm of balance. I'm trying to pass away generational wealth, show you how to get potential cash flow. You know, and through that, you know, whatever the mortgage is, it might be $300, $400 a month, $500 a month. This is potential cash flow that's coming through your bank account every month through the mortgage. And if they don't, you take them to court, you take the house. You either keep the house or you can put the house up for with an auction, and whatever the price of that house is, you get your money back and then some. You might have spent $30,000 on the house, say, or the mortgage note, you might have spent $30,000 on the note. You go look at the market value of the house. The market value of the house might be $90,000. So you could go at the auction and say, yo, listen, I'll take $80,000, $70,000. You only pay $30,000 for the note. You get your $30,000 and $50,000 in profit if you want to take it to an auction with the house. So these are different ways, you know, people can make money in their pocket in process. I also tell the brothers that don't have a lot of money like that, they got an opportunity called grounds floor, where you can invest also in real estate. And you can put $50, $100, you know, a little bit that you got, and it gets interest, you know, because in banks, you only might get 1%, 2% interest on your savings. You leave in the bank 5 years, you probably got 20 cents in the bank. But other places, you can take that little $100, put it in grounds floor, and there's people who look for investors. You can put $100, and they might be giving you 10% interest on your $100. If you leave it there for 6-7 months, you make more than what it was if you're going to do sitting in the bank. So there's different ways for you to get potential cash flow flowing back to you. Make the dollar work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? We say we the makers and the owners. You know, so to make it, you got to go there and own it. Take control of your destiny and what you got going for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to teach to these babies. That's what I'm about, you know. Try to just leave a legacy. Something I can say, when I'm gone, these babies is all right. They got something for them because, you know, we name our babies, like we name our babies spectacular names, God. You give them names like Supreme Power and all these names. And in the workforce, you look at the application, Supreme Power, I'm going to go, You know, it's different things we got to go through. So we got to try to leave our babies something where we can say, okay, if you want to, here's a tool I gave you. Here's something I can give you where you can use, when there's money flowing for you, but you ain't got to go through hard times, because we did that already for them. You know what I'm saying? Went through the hard times, the hunger, the nakedness, being put out of doors. We did that so our babies don't have to do that. So that's what I'm on, is trying to leave generational wealth, trying to teach my babies something better for themselves. Like the guy was building with land. That's a beautiful thing for brothers to go get. Buy some land. Because later on in life, that land is going to mean something. It's going to be worth something for your family, whoever you leave it for. These are different things that the lessons teach us about, land and water. These are things that we're supposed to have for ourselves. No, it's the best part. The best part. We talk about the best part. That's the land and that's the water. That's the necessities of us. So this is the things that I like to teach to the babies, that I want my peoples to know, not just the nation, but of the people that's out there, the whole human family, that there's ways to make a dollar. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, God, and I'm kind of like, people say, like, biased to a degree. My duty isn't amongst the civilized individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though there might be some knowledge that you have that I don't know, or some knowledge I have that you don't know.
Right.
But the information that I'm supposed to actually transfer my energy to are those who are uncivilized individuals, meaning ones who don't have the knowledge and wisdom of who the true and living God is, or their origins in the world, or things of that nature. Those individuals like yourself and myself, it's nothing for us to research information, because we're supposed to be what they call universal scientists and take everything under study and build and see how things go. And when we step into a realm of life, we're supposed to research it. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like, brothers get upset and they be like, yo, Real to Real 360 isn't the 5% show. You have 2 5%ers on the show, but this ain't a 5% of the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to understand that concept, because we build with actual builders that's in communities, not just the 5%ers. You know what I'm saying? We build with actual people who are amongst the people who is trying to be change givers. You know what I'm saying? Life givers. So any individual who come on to this show, myself and Kate are already built about why we want them on here. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a reason. You're not just coming on here for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and this is real talk. I'm not just, any individual just can't come on our show. You know what I'm saying? So to me, any individual that come on this show, they change the aspects of people's lives in one way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
The way that you went and stepped out and got down there in Danville, Virginia, we know is a very historical place for the 5% nation.
Right.
But the way you went and caused an effect in a community, whereas you bought property, you know what I'm saying, open up businesses, you made things happen, not just for yourself, but individuals that's around you. And you opened up a blueprint for other individuals to follow. Right. That to me is a game changer. You know what I'm saying? If an individual sit down and they do the knowledge, that's game changing. Right. So to me, that's more than Real to Real 360 worthy. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we deal with here. You have to be in that position of changing the game, because we always build about the difference between a born thought and a stillborn thought. You know what I'm saying? And a born thought, we know, is manifested, you know what I'm saying, regardless to whom or what. You know what I'm saying? A stillborn thought is from individuals who lip profess, you know what I'm saying, but don't put no wisdom behind that knowledge that they speak. Right. So when it comes down to it, they sit there, they run their mouth, they lip professing, you know what I'm saying? Then they Quran quoting, they Bible bumping, you know what I'm saying? And then they sitting there talking all this, I'm the true and living. That's the key word. And that's, you know what I'm saying, what they use in the shield, they dirty ways in action by saying that they're the true and living. Right. But once things are manifest and seen because your ways and actions show and prove what you know. Your ways and actions show and prove what you do. Your ways and actions show and prove what you understand. So I don't care how many times you tell me you're the true and living. My question for you is, who told you that?
Right.
But then I have to realize there's also the true and living God, and there's the true and living devil.
Right.
So at that point, I have to understand now I'm drawing up which one you are. You understand me? Are you the true and living God, or are you the true and living devil? If you're causing confusion amongst the righteous people, you're the true and living devil. If you're saying that the white woman with mathematics equivalent to the black woman with mathematics, you're a devil. If you're saying that the white man is equivalent to the black man because he has supreme mathematics, you're a devil to me. There's always a difference between 6 and 7. There's always a difference between original and grafted. There's a difference between man and mankind. These are the things that we have to understand, that when people get to speaking, they know not what they're saying, because if they knew what they were saying, they wouldn't manifest the things that they're manifesting.
See, as it says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge.
That's it. But the thing about it is, a little bit of knowledge is dangerous, right? A little bit of knowledge is dangerous. But what the wickedest thing is, have an individual who know what you know, but know how to manipulate what you know to manifest and benefit himself.
Right.
We was getting knowledge, we was coming up. They say, God, what sounds sweet to the ear is going to hurt the heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to hurt the heart. And we have yet to really recognize that a lot of times, because a lot of individuals are lost in social media.
Right.
They dictating, allowing social media to dictate the direction and where their knowledge goes. I'm never called the individual great God, because I don't know how great you is, God. And a lot of individuals I don't call God. For the simple fact is, I know Yakub was a black man, and he was the father of the devil. He taught the devil how to do this devilishment. So just because you're a black man don't mean you God to me. These are the things that over the years I've taken up. But I'm not going to add on too much more about that, because we only got like 12 minutes, and I want to make sure that all the people out here, you know what I'm saying, they recognize I5 Design and all the businesses that you got, and I want them to make sure that they can contact you for anything that you have for us, your clothing, hats, jacket. Matter of fact, hold on. Now this, you see this right here? I want the people to see. This is one of I5 Design hats right here. Right here. You know what I mean? So letting you know that Josh Mel, PhD, Bashan the Law, and my family supports I5 Design, right? So this is not just something that we talk about. This is something that we actually do. But I want you, God, to let the people know how they can reach you. You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? Like, what kind of clothes that they can get, if jackets, pants, whatever the situation is, sizes, you know what I'm saying? How your virtual store, everything. Just go ahead and give it all to them, look.
Well, this is how y'all can, like I say, if y'all want like custom wear or anything like that, y'all want some special on your clothing, y'all can always call me. My number is 336-534-5411, and we can sit down, we can talk. Now, if I'm dealing with the flag, you know what I'm saying, sir, brothers, when you cutting me, we have to bear. We're going to bear, because I just don't just put no flag on no, I'll just not put no flag on nobody's clothing like that. That's not what it's about. I'm not no 10%er. I'm not here to blood suck nobody, because, you know, the flag was designed by our brother, Universal Sham God. So that's an honor to be having that on your clothing. So we're going to build and add on and go through some things about it. It's not about the money. It's about who you are, and if you're going to shield your dirty thoughts behind that flag. But, you know, also, we also make other things. So it's not always, like I said, we do it all human families on the planet Earth. We got clothes for your babies. We do customized wear for young babies, men, women, children, boys and girls. We got sneakers for young babies, boys and girls. We got sneakers for adults. We have different things, it's different retail apparel that you can come see us for. You can check us out at www.i5designs.com. We also we got IG at I5 Designs, and we got FB at I5 Designs. You can check out all my work there. I got all my embroidery designs up there, everything that we did on clothing. You can see everything that we've done. It's professional, great work. If you're into having your logo or you want to push your brand on clothing, embroidery is the way to go. It stays in your clothing longer and it looks great, And if anybody want to know anything else about, mortgage notes, learn how to deal with mortgage notes, you can hit me up also. We can build up on that. That's another way to get potential cash flow. Or if you want to talk about land, I'm with all that. You know what I'm saying? It's about coming together as one and getting some for ourselves so we can have some for our nation, planting, gardening, so we can have vegetables, get a little quarter land and put vegetables on there. You know what I'm saying? It's something for us.
Actually, fact,
our 5 designs. Keep your eye on the 5 is our slogan. Keep your eye on the 5.
That's right. That's right. I5 Designs, Master Brownseed, Tahira Earth, you know what I'm saying, who are the owners and operators of I5 Design. And also, God, give them that virtual store again. What's the name of the virtual store? www what?
www.i5designs.com. You can see everything. The virtual store. We got the men's clothing, the women's clothing. You know what I'm saying? Children's clothing. There's another part there where you can see the embroidery of where you might want something embroidered on. You just say, I like this jacket. I want this embroidered on this jacket, or I want this embroidered on a hoodie, or wherever you want it at. If you'll get that done for you. Stores also located in Blair's, Virginia, 6472 U.S. Highway 29, Blair's, Virginia. If you want to just come out here and you just want to come check out some things, or you just want to come kick it with the God, you just want to add on with the situation of Dominant Village. We here to add on with our brothers. You want to come through and just walk on Valley Street. We'll take you to Valley Street. You can get the experience of the land of our father. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, we built it with a historian out here. I got together, with a company called Black Brand out here. It's a black people out here that came together. It's a black community. So I wanted to add on with them. And I found a historian who knew the father. She knew his family. So we're gonna try to get together with her. And get more information about where the father hung out, where his family hung out. And just bring that back to the nation because, she wants to add on with us. She felt good that there was guards out here that we came out here to her because we got information she needs. She got information that we need. That's what it's about. Social equality, add on with the community. Like the guard said, come with the community and share that information. It was good that we found her.
Indeed, that's the science of equality right there, Lord. When it comes down to adding on into the community and building with the people, that's the science of equality. But at this moment in time, I'm going to turn it over to my co-host, you know what I'm saying, Captain Kato, DJ KY, the black superhero of the building. And I want to acknowledge the fact that Master Brownseed, thank you for coming on our show this week. You know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to know we're back in the business, Real to Real 360, every week, bring you that innovative information. Tomorrow we will have the God Absolute. We're going to be talking about generational wealth and things of that nature, stock market and investing. But today was about Master Brownseed and I5 Design. So if you're out there, you see him, reach out to the God and build. Peace to the God. Peace, Master Brownseed. Much love, God. Peace.
Much love, God. Appreciate you. Hey, God. We go there.
No question.
Yes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you have just been witnessed to hear, to physically see, and to add on with the gods. And as you see, we are a nation of builders. We don't just walk about it, we be about it. We don't just talk about it, we make it happen. All right. So this is one of the things that we do. We bring you truth, power, equality, and most of all, the insight on what we do instead of what people think they know what we are about or what we do. We are about our business. We are about being gods and earth. We are the true and living gods. And we make knowledge known and we make our knowledge born. So, with that being said, on behalf of my co host, Joshua Melala, Mr. PhD, glad to see him back. Uh, Please be advised, ladies and gentlemen, that we know these times is coming as we enter the month of November leading into December, which will be the last month of this year. Please be safe, be careful wherever you go. Wherever you walk outside your door and go to your next place, be always mindful of your surroundings. If you're out there celebrating on these holidays coming up, do it in a family plan. Do it in the best way possible, which is always the safety first. We will see you in the new year with a brand new whole concept. The real will always be here because we real. You know what I mean? And this is our platform, but the show is about our people. It's about our communities. It's about nation building. It's time to get back to the blueprint of our story. Not their history, but our story, because their history is actually our history. You just have to dig deep to know and understand the science behind it. So keep yourself light, keep yourself mental, keep yourself physically fit, and all things will be right and exact. All right. We will see y'all coming soon. We got other shows that are up and coming. We got some other entrepreneurs. We got some motivational speakers. We got it all. So, if you want to be a part of it, please feel free to hit us up. You can hit me up at kyzallah07@gmail.com. You can hit the God Josh Amel at joshamellah7 at gmail.com. And we'll be glad to take your comments. Go ahead, God. What was you going to say?
It's not Joshua Mel Law 7, it's Joshua Mel 7 at gmail.com. Now, the whole thing about that is make sure that you have something that's of substance. I don't want to really deny my brothers and sisters to come on, but make sure that when you come on, that you're prepared for, you know what I'm saying, building with the people.
Exactly. Exactly. And in other words, make sure your is tight. That's plain and simple. What we're saying, because we, like I said, we about promoting unity. We about promoting truth and justice in the light of darkness. We are about collectively building. This show is not for it's not here just to be here. It's here for a true reason. You see, I'm gonna break it down to you. I know we go over our time, but this is our time. See, the real to real means something. It adds up to the very last three numbers you see. Okay. First, the real being the real thing that we see. The two is the two gods that you see manifesting to make this knowledge born. And the real is it's a clear picture of understanding everything in the circumference. So that's why it's 360 degrees of when we build on this show. Because we covering all aspects, we covering all four corners of the planet Earth. So whether you from East Coast, West Coast, North, South, you're covered right here. So you can bring all your stories and platforms to our show, but make sure, like he said, make sure you got your I's dotted and your T's crossed, because we want to make sure we promote the right thing for the right people out there. All right. We don't want to have nothing negative that comes across. We build on negativity to destroy it, to bring about a positive change, but we're not advocating negativity. That's not what we're here for. We're here for our people. We're here for our culture. We're here for man, woman, child, all the babies, because the babies are the greatest, and that's the manifestation of everything in life. You understand what I'm saying? So, again, as the gods, we say peace and love, and we will see you on the next segment of the Real 360. Make yourself one love. Peace.
Peace.